You walk into a supermarket. You're not hungry. You just ate. You have a list. You know exactly what you need. You are a functional adult with a plan. And then the doors open, and you smell bread. Fresh, warm, just out of the oven, bread. Right there, at the entrance, before you've even grabbed a basket. And something happens to your brain. You didn't come here for bread, but now you're thinking about bread. And somehow, 20 minutes later, you're standing at the checkout with 30 euros of stuff you didn't plan to buy. That smell did that, and it was put there on purpose. I want you to think about the layout of every supermarket you've ever been in. Milk, always at the back. Bread, sometimes at the back too. Produce, usually right at the entrance, fresh and colorful. None of this is accidental. Every single thing about where products are placed, what you smell, what music is playing, how bright the lights are, has been studied, tested, and optimized by people whose entire job is to make sure you spend more than you planned. You walk in with a list of 5 things. You leave with 15. Every time. And you always think it was your idea. It wasn't. The bread smell specifically. Here's how it works. Many supermarkets don't actually bake bread at the entrance. They pipe the smell in. Ventilation systems designed to push warm bread aroma toward the front doors. Some use actual in-store bakeries positioned near the entrance specifically for this purpose. Not because it's convenient for the bakery, but because the smell travels forward. Either way, the smell is a tool, and you are the target. This is called sensory marketing, and it has been studied obsessively since the 1970s. Here's what the research shows. Warm, food-related smells, especially bread, coffee, and cinnamon, trigger something called the cephalic phase response. Your body starts preparing to eat before you've consciously decided to. Saliva increases. Stomach contracts slightly. Your brain shifts into acquisition mode. In acquisition mode, you are significantly more likely to reach for things you didn't plan to buy. Comfort foods especially. Higher margin items. Things that feel good rather than things you need. A study published in the Journal of Retailing found that ambient scent in supermarkets increased sales by up to 11%. Another study found that a simple bakery smell near the produce section increased vegetable sales, because people associated the warmth of the smell with comfort and home cooking. They're not just selling you bread, they're selling you a feeling, and then letting you fill a basket while you're in that feeling. But the smell is just the beginning. The reason milk is always at the back of the store? So you have to walk past everything else to get it. Milk is the one thing almost everyone buys, so they put it as far from the entrance as possible. The reason produce is at the entrance? Because seeing fresh, colorful vegetables first makes you feel virtuous. And people who feel virtuous at the start of a shopping trip spend more freely later. I'm already being healthy. I deserve this. The reason supermarket music is slow? Studies from the 1980s showed that slower music makes people walk slower. People who walk slower spend more, so they slowed the music down. The reason the lighting over fresh food is warmer and slightly more yellow? It makes meat look fresher and bread look more golden. The lighting over vegetables is slightly bluish-green. It makes them look crisper. None of this is subtle. It's just invisible because you're used to it. Here's the part that actually got me. Most of this research is public. The supermarkets don't hide it. There are academic papers, industry conferences, Entire consultancy firms whose job is optimizing retail sensory environments. It's not a conspiracy. It's just business. They studied how humans work and then designed an environment around it. And knowing this, does it change anything? Probably not. The cephalic phase response is automatic. You can't decide not to salivate. You can't logic your way out of acquisition mode. The smell still works even when you know it's a smell. While you were standing in that supermarket, trying not to buy things you didn't need, did you reach for a plastic bag at the checkout? And did it take you 3 tries to open it? You know the thing. You lick your finger. You rub the bag. Nothing. You lick again. Eventually, you get it. That's also not an accident. That's also a decision someone made about the exact material and thickness of that bag. And the reason is so stupid, it's almost impressive. I'm Nobody Fixed This. I find out why everyday things are the way they are, especially when the answer is annoying. New video every week. Subscribe